Hey Monkey community, checking in on the project. We're at just over 400,000 and chart's looking great. You can see I've got it pulled up here, sort of a zoomed in chart for the last month or so. And you can see it's looking incredible with that nice bottom here and then the upward trend hitting 402,000. So very encouraging how resilient the chart is, which makes sense given the strength of the community. And I did want to talk about that a little bit, why the community is so important. And it's a common thing to hear people say community is key. In fact, I think we have Andy Leon saying that. And, I say it often as well. And I guess the question is, why is the monkey community so important? And I think there's a few reasons. I'll just go over a couple of them. So the first is that a strong community normally holds for the long term. So that there's a direct correlation between the strength of the holders and the strength of the community. So if you see an excited community that's energetic and working hard, then that typically means they're more likely to hold through the dips. And also when we start our run, we're more likely to hold for the long term. So that's definitely the first one, is that a strong community normally holds for the long term. The second one is communities that are strong also work their bags, typically. If it's more than just an investment and it's a movement or something that people relate to deeply, then they're more likely to work their bags. So that just comes natural. That's free marketing for the coin. And it's just an overall better setup because you can grow that mind share by folks who really just want to do it because they love the community. Also, it's a benefit of the community that you can be encouraged from others' conviction. So even if you're thinking, oh, the chart's down, and you get a little discouraged, you see folks that are convicted, makes you want to work harder, right? You don't want to let the rest of the community members down. So that's another important thing about community. Another thing is sort of related to the last one, is that a community and the strength and encouragement helps on red days. So there's always going to be red days. In fact, as we've talked about before, the majority of days are going to be red or sideways, with a few parabolic days or weeks. That's typically how it works for meme coins that end up running. The run happens over a very short period of time compared to the downward trend, the accumulation phase, whatever you want to call it. And so great community helps for the months even in a row where things are trading sideways or down, because you know what's coming and other community members will remind you of that. And another one is strong communities build trust. So if you have the same people shilling, encouraging, working, that builds trust. Seeing those familiar faces and hearing the familiar voices and seeing all the posts helps new holders. They're buying into something, they immediately belong to the group, and it's overall beneficial for the project. And the final point I want to touch on is that cult communities survive. There's less risk of waking up one morning and everything's wiped out. And we've seen that with Monkey, how Monkey refuses to die, and that's because of the community. And so you can buy Monkey and hold it and sleep on your bags just because you have that community that you trust that's backing you up here. So I just thought I'd touch on a few of those reasons why we always focus on the community. And I always like to say, when we're DCAing or buying more Monkey, we're investing in the community. If it wasn't for the community, it wouldn't be as easy to DCA. All right, now let's look at X and see some of the posts from today. CZ at Binance talking about his quote that Bitcoin will definitely reach 200,000. It's just a matter of time, but it's unclear when. He says in response to that, that's the most obvious thing in the world to me, not financial advice. I agree. Just throw the time frames out the window. Bitcoin is definitely going higher based on the bullish nature of the news that's coming out of the Trump administration and just in general. So I do think we're going higher. Just imagine what's going to happen to memes and altcoins when Bitcoin more than doubles here. And I think we're going to definitely see the trickle down. And I feel the same way about Monkey. I think we're definitely running in the short term or medium term to 5, then 10 million, and only up higher. I think it's just a matter of time. I don't want to give a specific time frame, but I think we are on the cusp of something great here. Iced says you can literally turn $100 into $1 million with memes again, and we've seen some of that in the last month or so, which is great news. I think Monkey will run, and we're going to see a lot of millionaires in the Monkey community. And what's great is that people are believing again. I think they're, instead of going for those quick hits, now rotating back to the cult memes like Monkey. V says few things I respect more on here than seeing a meme coin holder relentlessly work for their bags. They deserve nothing but success. I think we all deep down inside like this. We of course want our bags to run, but like V says here, I really do respect people that pick their community, pick their conviction, and work their bags. I personally obviously think Monkey's the best community, the best pick, and is way underpriced at 400,000 market cap. And so that's why I only shill Monkey and work for this Monkey bag just because I believe in the meme that we can run. We can run harder than the other memes. The narrative's too good. The Monkey's too cute. Charles says, you just need to hold 1% of supply of a coin that runs to 10 million to make your first 100K. And I think that's a nice, reachable, manageable goal. Get 1% of Monkey. Right now it's super cheap. Work your bags, run to 10 million, and then you've got 100K. I think 10 million is just a start for Monkey, obviously, but set short-term goals. Have that in mind. That makes it real, reachable, and doable. So if you just cut it down to that, work DCA, grab your 1%, hold, stay in the community, and let's run it to 10 million together. That's the first step. K Money says you're going to want to be locked in for the foreseeable future. So there is a general optimism about CT, about the runners we've seen, and the return to the cult meme coins. And so I think with Monkey, we just need to lock in and hold and be patient and wait for what we know is coming, work our bags, increase the mind share, and we want to just be locked in as a community. Andy Leon says here, just simply community is key. And I know Andy Leon posts a lot about community and the power of community. And so I think he gets it. And Monkey, the community is definitely the key. The memes, great also, a pure animal play. And that plus the community, plus the low market cap, makes me extremely bullish on Monkey. And that's why I'm accumulating every day here. It just makes complete sense to me that we're going to run and run hard. Ansem also posting on the folks that are turning small amounts into large amounts with meme coins. He says, bro, really turned $300 into 1.5 million trading meme coins on Solana in the last 30 days. That gives folks hope that we will return to runners, specifically animal runners. And I'm excited about Monkey. And look, it's 30 days. Short period of time, he turned that 300 into 1.5 million. So we're back in many ways, and I think Monkey is inevitable. Jeets posted here, bag working arc 2026. I think there is a return, at least people saying it, to bag working. There's obviously going to be still short-term plays and daily runners and all that, but I think a large number of people, especially those that got wiped out maybe on 1010 or after that, are returning to bag working. The new pairs are too stressful. The trenches, you can get wrecked really easily there. So I think Jeets and others are coming back to the way it used to be with the bag working. And I think we're going to see more of that where folks buy and stay in a coin for longer than just a few days, as we've seen over the last year or so. It's going to be longer. It's going to be more of the buy and hold, return to classic memes. I think Monkey's a perfectly positioned low cap where it's a classic style meme with a great community. It's 7 months-ish we've been around. And I think because of that, there will be a return to Monkey alongside some of the more established, larger market cap memes. Virtual Bacon, I really liked this post here. He says, everyone wants to be early for the next big move, but very few people want to sit through the phase that actually makes you early. And so what he's saying here is everyone looks at the runners and think, oh man, the guy turned 150 bucks or whatever is 300 bucks into 1.5 million. He was so early. I wish I could be early. But we have something like Monkey where we are that early. And as Virtual Bacon here says, nobody wants to sit through that phase. We get impatient. We want to look for the next runner and catch that and be rich by the end of the week. But we're so early on Monkey that it seems like we're in a holding pattern. But what it is we're really just early. The green candles will come. We just need to be patient and hold. But like you said, few people want to sit through this phase. This phase is an accumulation phase. And if you have that accumulation mindset, that's what's going to help push us over and really send this coin if we all have that accumulation mindset when things are kind of slow right now. And then as we pick up and we see these parabolic green candles, we hold because we have that mindset. So I really am excited about the direction of the chart, and let's just keep on moving, onboarding new folks. Keep up the energy on X. I see all you guys bag working out there, and that encourages me. I will see you guys tomorrow.